Okay, what's up, people? Welcome to the Awareness Channel. My name is TC. Yeah, so today I want to talk a little shit about Donald Trump. Today I want to talk a little bit of shit about Donald Trump. Okay? Trump Tuesday. So, you know how Donald Trump and the Federal Reserve, they got a little squabble going on. Donald Trump is mad at the Federal Reserve. I think he mad partially because he really thought that the Federal Reserve was part of the federal government. It ain't. So he gets mad at the same guy he appointed, by the way, back in 2017 or something when he was first president. He appointed this guy chairman of the Federal Reserve. Anyway, that was back when Donald Trump had smarter people around him. Anyway, now he wants Jerome Powell to lower interest rates. He want to bump the economy up, lower the interest rates, make money cheaper, get shit going again. You know what I mean? Make me look good. Jerome Powell said, no, I ain't doing that. I'm going to keep interest rates high. Inflation is, it's too high. I got to do something about it. I got to bump up the interest rates. Got to pull some money out of circulation. But anyway, Donald Trump get mad. They go back and forth because he won't do what the fuck Donald Trump told him to do. And he can't fire Jerome Powell. Believe me, if he could have, he would have. He can't fire Jerome Powell. He can't even fuck with nobody on the Federal Reserve. Now, there's two black people on the Federal Reserve, right? One of them's name is a woman, black woman named Lisa Cook. Then there's a guy named Philip Jefferson, also on the Federal Reserve. He's a black man. So it's two black people on the Federal Reserve Board of Governors, and Donald Trump, in true racist fashion, go after one of the black ones, because Donald Trump don't like black people in certain positions. He definitely don't like black people fucking with his money. He said that out of his own mouth. Goes after Lisa Cook. Thinks he can fire her over some bullshit that happened back in, I don't know, somewhere in 2021 or some shit. Something about a real estate thing where she claimed 2 houses as her primary residence. Some bullshit like that. I mean, seriously. So he's trying to use that as grounds to say she is, corrupt or whatever. This fucking criminal with all these felony convictions is trying to question the integrity of Lisa Cook, who sits on the Board of Governors at the Federal Reserve. But again, the Federal Reserve is not part of the Trump administration. He can't fire them. She know it. Her lawyers know it. She says she ain't going no goddamn where. But that won't stop him from trying. See, because Donald looked for the first black person he could find to call low IQ and try to get rid of. That's what he think of black women. He say it all the time. He found the only black woman in sight and went after her. But he didn't stop there. Donald Trump going after black mayors now. Because he think black mayors hold too much power. So he making up all this bullshit about how bad their cities are. And he need to send in the National Guard, just like he did Washington, D.C., who also has a black mayor. Because he ain't doing it to no cities with white mayors. He ain't doing it to no cities, even if they black cities like Detroit. He ain't even mentioned Detroit. Detroit got a white mayor. So he ain't fucking with them. He fucking with the black ones. Because he think just by virtue of your blackness, you are incompetent. You are low IQ. Says that all the time about black people. Low IQ. I'd be willing to bet you $50 Donald Trump doesn't know what the letters your IQ stand for. But I digress from that point. Anyway, he going after the closest black person to the problem. And now he's trying to create this emergency situation where he can run up in black cities just so he could show off and make the mayors look bad and look incompetent so that they'll elect some white man the next time or white woman the next time or something. I'm the mayor of, say, Baltimore, because he's sending troops there too. I think they got a young mayor, young Thundercat. My city will be so goddamn clean it look like the motherfucking Super Bowl coming in next week. That's how good my city will look when the National Guard gets there, because you know they're coming. And all they'll get to do is walk around and suck up taxpayer money. And it'll look like just a waste of time and money that it is. A bunch of guys in uniform walking around with their thumb up their ass. Because my city will be at that level. Waiting on them when they get here. Because, you know, if they're waiting on us, black people, to get out in them streets and tussle with them, we done with that bullshit. We fight this fight a whole different way now. You dig me? We fight this fight a whole different. We ain't going out in the streets and get our fucking head busted and lose all our property and lose all our money and shit. We ain't doing that. We doing it differently this time. And Donald Trump, he's really easy to be made a fool of because he thinks so one-dimensionally when it comes to black people. He really does. It's really easy to make a fool out of somebody like that. The same goes for the people around him, the motherfuckers who have to make sense out of this crazy shit that he says. And then there's the issue of Donald Trump's health. Listen, I would not wait around holding my breath waiting for Donald Trump to quit early because of his health. He gonna sit his ass right there for the duration, because you know they got him sitting down a lot now. He gonna sit his ass right there for the duration, and at the end of it all, he gonna look like Henry motherfucking Kissinger. Y'all remember him? Henry Kissinger looked like a big blob of fat and sweat stuffed inside a three-piece suit. And Donald Trump gonna look the same. A big, fat, orange blob of fat and sweat stuffed inside a blue suit with a long-ass red necktie. That's what Donald Trump gonna look like at the end of this administration. I want him to be around to see that. Yeah. You know. Because everything else going to hell in a handbasket. And this militarization bullshit, as soon as they shoot one white person, it's a wrap. And we ain't going out there. We ain't going out there. And for the black conservatives, and I'm going to close with this. If by now you still locked into the Trump train, if by now you still head over heels in love with Donald Trump and loyal to Donald Trump, then there's something wrong with you. Because the grift is over. And ain't nobody feeling y'all no more. The only people you black Trumpers got is yourselves. Because the white right wing don't want anything to do with you. So if you still blowing that Trump horn, then you need to go get yourself checked out. You need some therapy. Thanks for coming by and listening to me talk my shit. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. TC, and I'm out. Peace.